emoji eyes. Survey says, hey yo.
Alright, test of faith here, guys. Everyone says it's fixed. I tell you what, I just did 3 laps. I haven't driven this car here in a long time. Last thing I was driving here was the Genesis. But my god, this track is just one of the finest pleasures in this game. My body's sore as hell, and I was probably slow as shit, but just, I was like,
G-Day Sparrow San, Sir Jester, emoji oncoming fist, medium skin tone.
But yeah, I don't know how, I mean, look at you cunts are better than me. We'll see how we go. But we're here to see if it works. We are risking the plus. I was going to jump on the Slapper account, but I always have problems with the wheel settings on it. And I'm having issues with the wheels, so I was just like, no, I'm going to go real bad if I get on that. Alright, so we are still at risk of losing it. If we connect, and we do badly...
It works, it is gonna be okay.
Right here in this race, we can lose the A+. We're rusty as hell. So we need to get way quicker. And what's the go with strategy? Like, should I probably go hards?
Fucking hell.
What? What effing hell?
Well, glad to hear your body has survived week 1. Make sure to look after your feet, bro. Emoji thumbs up.
The heels are already hardening up, like my actual heels, but my god, my toes are just... I got blisters that are bigger than my toes, man.
Stubbed my pinky toe with my coach.
Ouch. I need new boots. My first paycheck's going into new everything, but I've needed new boots for ages. My feet are just very, very sore. My feet, my hips...
You're wearing steel caps.
Yeah, but in general, they're falling apart though. Like, they're fucked. And they're real constricting. But yeah, my hips are actually the source just from the motion of the machine that I use. The way I have to kind of stand there with my foot on a pedal and then step back. My hips are really sore.
May the force be with you. Steel caps used to kill my toes big time. G-Day R4M.
Hey Chevy. Morning everyone.
Howdy Jester.
Jag.
Dom, emoji waving.
We are going to be rusty. We're probably going to crash. Probably going to cause a crash.
Hello, welcome to the chat. Hey Chev and Jack, emoji waving hand.
Oh my god. It is 9:02. We entered at 9 and we're in and starting. Alright.
Sparrow, emoji thumbs up.
Let's get excited.
Dominican, emoji thumbs up. Sparrow, emoji oncoming fist. Jester driving meta emoji face with open mouth.
I'm very, well, that's why I'm rusty, bro. And I mean, like, oh shit. I'm rusty and I'm sore. I'm starting on shit tires. I haven't, like, I've been sloppy, bro. I've got to, I went and did the time trial in the Lambo. And not streaming, not talking to anybody, concentrating, and like my second lap I beat my time.
Emoji saluting face.
Hey Papa. And then yeah, a couple of laps later I was, you know, massive improvement, well into the gold territory. And if you've seen me streaming it, I was struggling. Oh, that sounded violent. So I just gotta get, it's more my body. Not doing it for a little while, losing the muscle memory of it, but now my legs are just like Give it a little bit of time, they'll be sick, but like right now my feet hurt so much. I've got such thin socks on at the moment. How many laps should I be doing on the hards? Oh, because we're loose and bleeding positions.
Emoji waving hand. Good day, chat. Emoji waving hand. 4. 4. G-Day Wolfie.
I'm surprised there's so many people here, I guess. I didn't know how it was going to go. It's early, but it is a weekend. I guess prime time right now for American audience. But yeah, like I said, I'm at risk of the A+ with any race right now.
Wolfie, thumbs up. Hit that like button.
Fuck!
Hey Wolfie, emoji waving hand. Mullet would be here, but he knows in a private league ATM.
Oh,
yes,
they're doing,
it is 5 p.m. here.
Doing naughty thing, yeah. Fuck, that was scary. It happened like 3 cars in a row.
Lads, emoji thumbs up. It is called Nova.
And as all week, has there been no settings for this race? Or did they just turn it off with the update? Like, I haven't done it at all, so when I seen that there was no settings, I thought that was odd, considering how generous they've been. And then I thought, oh, maybe that's the reason that there were so many issues, because the game couldn't load. Like, the game would have a fit trying to load BOP and then all these different individual settings in the cars, like... But I don't know, like, it could have just been off all week, and if that's the case, I don't understand it, because, like, Watkins has always kind of had its meta cars. It's never really been a, like, hugely...
Could be a possibility.
Well, that's, I don't know, I'm just, did anyone do it earlier in the week, though? Like, was tuning available? Like, or some form of it? Because we've at least had, like, you know, the natural frequency, not the frequencies, the expansion and compression for like a month now, because I remember I was mocking them at first, and once I started to use them, I was like, oh, hang on.
It hasn't been on all week.
Alright, so it's not that.
Tuning was never on for this combo.
So they just think that this track is well balanced or something, I guess, or they just don't mind people just racing in BMWs and Supras. I remember, like, even back then when the Supra was in it, like, even though it took off, you knew you were going to beat it. Even in the Gen, you were like, its tyres are going to fall off a cliff, like, halfway through the race.
So do.
Hey, Kenny. Getting a rare Gran Turismo live stream here. And I am sucking the poo. Oh, that was a huge double down. So 4 full laps? Yeah.
I gotta do some dishes, gone alert.
Even, I've seen next week's dailies, they look just as average, to be fair too. They're getting real bland, man. Real bland. Well, we're getting a lot of double down. That's not good.
Yeah, 4 is a safe strat.
They don't feel bad. I mean, it's slow, and I'm being very cautious. Like, I have no confidence in full send anywhere at the moment, except probably the Nord. It's the only place I could still jump, at least like jump in my car, the Hyundai, and go full send and be comfortable. Like with little practice. It's mostly the pedals, because like my feet just feel like I've got to get used to them again. And I used to like come home from my last few jobs and be like, my feet are fucked, what am I doing getting on the game? And then it was like training almost, like, but they'd never get a chance to rest. I remember that, like, that's because I was doing it obsessive. I'd come home and almost like train, you know, like 4 or 5 hours just straight racing.
Hi Jester. You will catch them
Hello,
somewhere
Duke.
on softs.
I don't know. East Cafes, I'd say same as me. He's usually an A+ driver all the time. But I'm still
Hello,
usually
Chad.
very capable of beating him. And he's... Oh, God. Oh, I had no... What the hell, man? It just didn't turn. That's so amateur. Goes in on hards, doesn't get it on the way in, on hards, but gets it on the way out on softs. What a noob. That's so amateur.
Hey dude, emoji waving hand. Lol.
Oh, has everyone seen the time trial times for the Lambo? Seen #1 time?
They will be emoji
In the world?
incoming fist.
In the world, mate?
Yes, very hard.
No, but I mean, have you seen who's #1?
Hi Sparrow, emoji waving hand.
#1, mate. My fucking Sith Master.
Who is it?
Destroyer, Distinct, Master of Apprentices, the Sith of all Siths.
Oh, it is me, LOL. Sup dude, emoji
No.
waving hand.
I'm
Sir Hall.
an apprentice.
Andrew.
I'm an apprentice. Sith apprentice. I'm more like Maul. I'm just full of like, I've got like the raw like talent and speed, but I'm full of like the hate and anger and rage. Like I'm just blinded by it. So it's like, doesn't matter how good you think you are, it's like you're just gonna snap out and lose it and literally be cut in half. Yeah, I'm Maul. I wouldn't be like a Dooku or someone like that.
And I'm just a stormtrooper. Emoji
Certainly-
grinning,
certainly not a
squinting
Vader.
face, emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
I'd be a Maul. Oh, how'd you do that, mate? Did you get one in and out? Or did you just kill someone?
Dominion, emoji grinning, squinting face.
6 seconds!
Some enjoy this more than others.
6 seconds! Oh, this is risking the biscuit. Woo! Oh yeah, he's dirty. Alright.
Lol.
God, I'm so rusty. It's because I don't have a Days of Thunder delivery on. But yeah, nah, Holland, Sir Hull, fucking sick cunt. Sith of Siths. Strikes back with a vengeance, mate. People are like, they can only drive road cars. Fucking VGT, undrivable. He makes it look so easy.
Delivery for extra power, LOL.
It's still a custom. It's still a custom livery, but you know you need a DOT one here. It's a NASCAR livery. Like I remember, I made this livery when this car became the meta. Like whenever they had the Nations combo, or whatever it was here. Like when it was the meta, but not the last time we had this combo. Last time we had this combo, I was rocking the Genesis. That was when I like finally turned off all the assist and shit again. Like it was when I started actually kind of enjoying the racing again. Whenever they last did it, what, 3 months ago, something like that.
Don't forget to leave a like.
And I was playing on both accounts because I had my my custom Top Gun blue and red Genesis, and then I was on the other account I was rocking the Bentley livery, which every time I was in it I was like, this is the sickest livery in the game. They need a Bentley in the game. Rocking the taking the piss here, but the Super GT Jimmy Broadbent inspired livery. They do, man. The Continental.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell.
It's in ACC.
The kid on the thing just looks ill.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, like say do like an update and have some shout out to Bentley. This bloke's running scared. So bring back the Speed 8 and make it, I don't know, I think they'd have to make that a Group 2 car now. It wouldn't be a Group 1 car. Wouldn't compete against the ones they have there, in my opinion. But I think if they made it a Group 2 car, it'd be sick. Other than that, I guess they just release it as a car, but it'd be better if they could manage to put it in a group, and I would put it in Group 2, considering they've got like DTM, Super GT, etc. So yeah, bring out that, and then bring out the Continental GT3, GT4, and actually make it a
Instead we get a Mazda 3
pickable manufacturer. Man, look, I haven't really driven that one yet, but I like the Mazda 3 with the Mazda 3 done up off its head's a cool car. The Mazda 3 with the fucking 787 or whatever it is that you put in it done up is insane. I don't know. What is it? It's an FF, isn't it? Or at least it's an FF. Like it's not another. It's not another 4-wheel-drive. It's not another Nissan. It's not another Toyota. So I'm like, honestly, I'm like a little like, at least it's not a GTR or a Silvia or a fucking Supra or a Yaris or whatever other under the table deals he's doing. Like that's where I'm at least like a little, and you know, I've played this game since when in Group 4 the FFs were king cars, like, but they were still tricky to drive and tyres fall off the face of the earth on them. So like, I enjoy an FF, I must say. Like they're horrible. It's like that Civic, the time trial. I got back in that, and I was like, this is the FF of like all FF cars. This thing just wants to go straight when you accelerate. Like, they're not bad. They're a challenge. I like FFs. Like, I hate them at the same time. You know, the tyre thing can kill you. Automatic, like full rear balance, but if you've been around in these games for a long time, like, they were good times, man. Like, better than just OP, like, and it started in GTS, towards the end of GTS with the Subaru. Like, the 4 drives just started to go, yeah, nah, we are the kings of no stops and tyre strategy.
Different than everyone else.
You do, yeah, 100% you do. But also that's what made the 4 drive so powerful. Like, they could just yeet over any curve and come off of walls, and their grip levels and their turning ability was just mental. And towards the end of the races, the FFs are like full lift, full turn, just trying to get around the turn, and a WRX was just like yeet over the curbs, yeet off the wall, still more acceleration than the FF can muster. But like when we were at Sardinia, race C, like a month ago or whatever it was now, I was in the Genesis having a blast, a small one. I was having flashbacks of that track in GTS, and it was like pretty much like a 4 or 5 way make race all the time. But it was like RCZ, the Audi, the Sirocco, I think the Megane would get in there, but it was like there was 3 or 4 of them that were just given, and every single one of these cars could run within like a 10th, 2/10 of all the others. I remember like even for me, I could get like, I think like a good lap was like a 52 or something like that, and then you could get all these cars like below this kind of like threshold that would get you into like the top 100 in the world, and 3 or 4 cars could do it. And, all right, it was always FFs, but at least there was that variety of those cars, and it made the way they raced around that particular racetrack intense. Like such like edge of the seat, high speed turning. With the FFs, you really had to be fully committed for like that turn-in ability, full speed. Oh, it's been happening all race. I've got to have way more rear brake balance than next one. I'm still on the +2 that I started on for the hards. And the brakes are super touchy at the moment.
GG.
Oh, it's horrible to be honest. 3-second pace difference. But yeah, where'd I start? 3rd, so yeah, I should be fine.
GG mate.
And I told yous, honestly, I was actually even a bit disappointed myself when I jumped on. I took the piss. But I said we'd get nothing. Nothing. Not a ticket. Not even a 3-star. I said you'd be lucky to get a 3-star ticket. And we didn't even get that, so...
Not bad for your first race. Emoji thumbs up.
I was, yeah, a bit disappointed. Like, you'd expect, like... I don't know, they program it that like everybody's daily ticket is like a 6-star ticket or something, you know, for
Hope
a week.
Work went well, mate.
Yeah, it's going good. It's actually going really good. I kind of had like a I don't know what you call it. Yeah, so I actually look like I lost DR there. I did. I am 100% like one more like that. Boom, done. Which is probably for the best at the moment. But yeah, they had like the end of the day, fucking, I got like
Saturday morning fun show.
A lot of feedback, and it was all quite positive, like probably too positive. If anything, they were like, your energy.
Quick improve your time. Hey V-man, emoji waving hand.
They were basically like, in terms of pace, because it's a high pace job, manufacturing. It just doesn't stop.
Vince emoji waving hand.
They were like, you've definitely got the energy and the enthusiasm, and like it's manufacturing, so anything's a repetitive process. Repetitive processes is something that you have to pay attention. Kind of like, it's like this, like driving. Like you have to be honed into it. You know, even one distraction for like one turn can fuck up, especially when you're working with a machine that's like it's cutting. Particularly what I'm doing in, so like imagine printing,
Hi Jester Sparrow Wolfie.
Huge company.
Always hard starting a new job, glad to hear it, emoji thumbs up.
But yeah, so like all forms of print, like they do everything, but I'm specifically doing the cutting, so like after the initial print of like 200, 300 fucking items, whatever, postcards, fucking calendars, business cards, pamphlets, leaflets, brochures, absolutely anything that exists in the printed world and the advertising world, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, after it comes out of the machine, like after it's printed, I do the next step before, like, it's kind of hard to explain.
G Davy Man 73.
But I'm working with a specific machine, doing like 1,000, 2,000 cuts a day. It's kind of similar in terms of the machine, anyways. It's similar to the ones that I was using, the presses that I was using when I was doing the timber stuff. It's got like a double trigger system, basically, where, you know, like it won't activate unless multiple, you know, be it like a pedal and then both your hands, or like vice versa type thing. Like, it's got like lasers, the kill switches and shit. Like, it's all very
high
tech and safe too. Like, they're a multi-billion-dollar company, and it'd 100% be for me. Like, if it all works out, it's going to be the most, like, the biggest, most expensive company I've ever worked for. Like, construction's one thing, but they were like a different offshoot of Mitre 10. Transport's one thing, but they were like more just state-based business. These cunts are like worldwide on a scale that's just insane. But yeah, when I first walked in there and seeing what it was that I'd be doing, I was like, oh no. Oh, this is new. I'm in over my head, etc., etc. Like, I didn't voice any of it, but in my brain I was just like, ah, no, this is not what I was expecting. But it's going well. It's pretty simple. Just gotta pay attention at all times for the product. And I'm always
emoji like, face with open mouth.
I'm always like an extremely nervous person starting anything new in general. Like, even the night before, man, I slept so bad. Even like got a couple of
always good learning something different into workplace
on the way in the like I had 2 straight, like with a morning V, just 2 no-doses, and like to get me through that first day, I was like, I need to be alert. But I was just so nervous of, like, I don't know, it's always like, you know, you're gonna fit in, personality, or even the job itself. Slept like a baby the first night. In general, actually, like, all week I've slept a lot. I've caught up a lot, and then even this morning, like, I had a relatively early night last night, considering I wasn't getting up this morning. But I woke up like what would have been like 15.
No, DOS is my best friend. LOL.
Woke up like what would have been 15 minutes before my alarm going off. So I was like, fucking hell, my body clock's already fucked, and that sucks too, because I'm only doing.
Next time you nervous, drink a Monster.
I'm only doing these shifts like that I'm doing at the moment while it's the training period, which is minimum 2 weeks, and then after that I'm going to like a full-blown evening shift, like 3 p.m. to 11 p.m, and I'm doing 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the moment.
Nice.
So like
sighting of gonna grab coffee,
adjusting
back
to
in
that
a bit,
body
guys.
clock, and then straight away 2 weeks later I'm
LOL,
gonna be like
More
minute
Rockster,
normal
emoji
hours.
grinning squinting face, emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Bye Wolfie. Rockstars are underrated.
Nah, Rockstar's horrible. Horrible. Of all the energy drinks that just taste like pure fucking fake candy crap, Rockstar is it. Like, the fakest candy crap you've ever... It's... Even just the smell of it, it's like fucking... off fairy floss, like... It's just sugar. Sugar. Like, I know the V's are too, but they've at least got a fruity flavour to them. I remember actually, like, they've changed greens.
I'd prefer Monster over Rockstar if there is no V.
Yeah, 100%. Like, and we're talking, that's the lowest of the food chain, man.
Nauseating to you, Jester? Emoji face
100%,
with tears
like
of joy.
basic Monster, the normal Monster, which I find is like a not as insulting Red Bull. It's got that same syrupy taste, but I do find like a Monster, regardless of the taste, it does its job. Like, I genuinely think I get it, and I think because it tastes so different to me to V, if I have had to resort to one of them, I'm like, oh, this has got a kick, like that soury tang, you know, where your cheeks hurt. Like, that's what I used to get, like, before I drank V obsessively. That's what I used to get from a green V. I'd have one of them, and I'd be like, ah, fuck it. My face would just look like a kid who sucked on a lemon. I'm like, this is brutal.
A Monster emoji face with tears of joy. I like how you say it.
A Monster. Sorry, mate. I'm just being lazy. Monster. I'm pretty bad with shit like that. I remember my stepdad used to drill my grandma. I hated it. I'm bad with my INGs. Sing-ing. Ah, PS Force. At least they fixed it, but I mean, still. At least the timer hasn't started. Some of the other races, it was going through all that glitch and freezing process.
What is the Australian slang you guys say? Wowee? I heard Piastri say it last weekend.
What, wowie? Oh, Piastri said a cricket term the other week, which
I've never really liked Red Bull.
I only like it with Jaeger.
Can you type that here in the chat? Wowie.
Well,
love myself a Jaguar bomb.
What? Alright, no, the Wowie thing. Okay, so the Wowie...
Hope all is well, Jester.
Hey, Smush.
Hey, Smush, emoji waving
Alright, so Wowie, I think, I would say like a Steve Irwin, probably. I don't know, it might have come from somewhere else before him, but I would say Steve.
Thank you, Sparrow Sen.
But for me, and I'm pretty sure Sparrow's the same too, like Wowie's something... around, at least like growing up, like older dudes, truckers, forkies, shit like that, you know. Oh, wow, Wowie. But for me, it made a comeback because of Bray Wyatt, not because of an Australian term or anything like that. And I definitely think, at least with me and Sparrow, you know, like, it happens all the time. Like, if we're in the lobby, Trans Am, you know, one of us, Wowie, yowie, Wowie, like, and that is fully Bray Wyatt. Like, that's not an Australian thing, that's a wrestling thing. Like, R.I.P., man. But yeah, I'd say Wowie and Aussies, who knows how far back it goes, but at least for me and pop culture and it being a known thing, I would say Steve Irwin. I would definitely say Steve Irwin. But Oscar Piastri's kind of too young for Irwin too, like, he would have been honestly, been a baby when Irwin died. So I don't know. But I know Bob's exactly the same. Bob says it all the time. In that, like, real... Imagine the way Aussies say far out, and just think that's the way they say Wowie. He's got that far out. Wowie. Look at this alligator. He's just a fantastic specimen. He could bite your arm off in an instant. Wowie. But yeah, when they were in the cool down room, and Piastri asked what happened at turn 1. He used
face with tears of joy.
He used a cricket term when he said that, like, oh, who bowled the pack. What he meant was like, it was like a cricket term, like, bowled him over. Fuck it, even I'm just like cricket's something that only like 15 countries really understand. That's a send. Good send, son. I mean, that's a send. Fair effort. Big send. That was like some of the stuff in Super GT's Forza video this morning. Which, by the way, I have been loving. It actually looks good. Like, honestly, it looks good. Looks like they're going to sort out some wheel stuff for it to make it a bit more realistic and playable. But even for like seeing Super GT's content on controller, the game looks good. It looks good, it plays well, like it's got its own issues, but it's fucking 5 days into release, not a year and a half. So the comparisons between this and that wouldn't even be fair at this point. Graphically, this still looks better, but it's a different type of graphics too. And I've played Assetto like Competizo and thought that looked beautiful in its own way, where everybody else is like ragged on its graphics. So like stuff like that doesn't bother me. You get in the immersiveness of it if it feels right. But it looks good. Like it's got me thinking. I probably need to make an upgrade, definitely to a graphics card to be able to play it on the PC, but I think I'd be able to. The cheaper option would still probably be to just buy a fucking Xbox full stop, but I wouldn't buy an Xbox just to play it. We'll see how it goes over the coming months. But it looks good, it looks fun. Their version of dailies is unique. Live fucking qualifying is awesome. Fuel loads, like there's stuff they've still got to sort out, but like being able to do like a fucking sandbagged lap and then like a magic run lap, like they've really got that shit. That's very realistic.
Has Jester. ULL make him sad.
I've always enjoyed other racing games. There was a time where I cracked the shits with GTS and went over to Assetto, like before GT7, I went over to Competizo and was like, if GT7 is not like this game, then they have failed. And when it first came out at the start, I was like, it's still not quite Competizo. They were trying, they were working on those things, but I was ragging on it hard. It's like Competizo's how old now, and it still does all these basic things to a level that this game could only dream of, but there's no player base there, at least on console anyways. Like, you gotta have a mad PC, be in leagues, have some mad mods to like make that game sick. The console, it's just not there. But like a single player game, that console still fucking infinitely miles above this game as a driving simulator. Cool, man. Thanks, bro. That's good stuff. But yeah, it just seems like they've got to really pump up the force feedback for it. Of the wheel users, like I've seen them all complaining that it just doesn't feel alive, which is how I've felt on nearly any single racing game that like isn't this, and even this at times feels tame. ACC, my wheel feels like it's going to explode. Assetto Corsa, the original, like I have to turn it down. That's like the only game on console ever where I've like had to turn it down. I'm like, it's gonna kill me. It's trying to kill me. Whereas everything else, I've always, like as ACC, I had to get it to a fine point because certain cars felt different too because of the wheel ratio thing, and I couldn't adjust the Logitech ratio. I had to like always look at the car, see what the wheel ratio of the car was, and then your feedback felt incredibly different for each car. But this, I think too, like as it's gone on, I feel like I've been on 10-10 for a very long time on this game, and it doesn't feel enough. Unless I'm in like a fucking Group 1 car or the SFs, like, it just doesn't feel violent at all. Maybe the Trans Am cars, if I don't have a good setup. They're getting into it. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, that was always going to happen.
Racing LOL.
I'm alright, the blood pressure's not...
Things
I'm
are
not
getting
gonna work with you, bro.
LOL.
I'm not trying to fucking dive you the way you have dived me. I'm not that type of driver. Dive bombs are only good if you can pull them off, and if you make contact, your dive bomb, even if you're still in front, if you've made contact, your dive bomb has failed. If you haven't provided them with their exit line, you're a dog. Like, it's a dive bomb is a dive bomb, straight up, but you have to do it with no contact and still provide the driving line, you know, for your stupid crazy line coming in and for their proper racing line coming out. If you cut off that line and basically cause all the cars, or you know, them and yourself to come to a complete stop and then take the lead through that, alright, yeah, it's a successful dive bomb, but you're a fucking shit cunt. Like, do it correctly. Like, even a lot of the Forza stuff that I've watched already, the penalty system
people are using F1 rules to justify
really good.
BS dive bombs.
Yeah, well that's I was literally like, as I was talking about it, I was going to say there was a lot of it at the most recent F1 race. Like, I was thinking of exactly that, but then thought it's not the greatest example because F1 cars are so different, especially when you bring compounds into it. But 100%, like, they were doing the same type of shit, like where a dive bomb, you cut off the exit line, and just because you've simply forced the cars to slow down to the point, your traction and track position on the way out allows you to well, not maintain, but take the lead and keep it. Hairpins, essentially. Fucking Suzuka, mate. Suzuka's a cesspit for it. Trial Mountain, sorry, not Trial, Deep Forest.
Yeah, now if you're 1mm ahead at the apex, you can push the other car wide. It is a joke.
And you know what was very interesting too? You remember Lewis and Max at Silverstone last year or the year before? I think it was last.
Heading off to go vote on this bloody
if you remember that. Soon. And then look at Lewis and George. Lewis was in the exact same position that Max was in the almost identical circumstances, apex, speed, everything. And in that case, everyone was like, Lewis tried to kill Max, etc. Like, there was a lot of like that. And then in this case, Lewis straight up was like, no, I was in the wrong. and I've seen like identical footage of the two incidences. This cunt's hilarious. I've seen footage of the two incidences side by side, like playing out, and the reaction to one driver being in that position and then the other driver, like, and also the maturity. People can rag on Lewis, but the maturity of like him being in that position and it being his teammate too, him owning up to it. And then when Max was in that position, all the fans were like, this was Lewis's fault. He tried to kill him, you know, he's getting away with this. It's very interesting. It's classic F1 fans, like two tribes type thing, but it said a lot about Max in the last instance and then a lot about Lewis in this instance. He's definitely like had pie in his face a lot of times this season, and he's taken it every time, and I'll give him points for that. People love to rag on him and say he's a bitch and he's never in the wrong, etc. And I think this season a lot of the times when he has made mistakes or even just not got a position that he's, or a result that they've wanted or he's wanted, he's been the first person to say, you know, no, I'll take the blame, whereas George has not, and has made mistakes that have been worse, that have cost them, you know, possibly a victory in terms of George's mistakes, situations like that have happened in.
Yeah, respect to Lewis. Emoji oncoming fist, medium skin tone.
When it happened, I couldn't believe it. I literally, like, I think I was like, watching it at fucking God knows whatever hour it was on in the morning, out loud, like, oh fuck no, like to myself at 4 a.m. in the morning, like, oh fuck no. And even the commentators were like, thank God Toto's not here this weekend. I was like, where's the footage of Toto? Fucking insert downfall Hitler footage with Toto dubbed over. It's going off. Getting informed of them taking each other out. Also,
honestly, I think if Lewis didn't listen to team orders, he would be one in Singapore.
Yeah, I thought he was 100% too, because he was setting the faster laps quicker on the compound.
Why did he take the weekend off?
I thought,
what the hell? Emoji
I thought it was insane with George too, considering what happened to him. He was lucky that his race was able to continue to the back of the grid. Yellow, so can't even, you know, literally to last place. So from like a possible fucking second or third to last within a lap. And then everything else that happened throughout the race, he finished fourth, like seconds away from a podium. I was like, Mercedes were 100%, like I don't think McLaren would have had the result. Had the Mercedes got through that first turn and then worked together instead of battling like they have been all season, done a more McLaren job, I don't think the McLarens may have got the double podium.
George should be the driver of the day. Brilliant driver.
I thought it was an incredible, like honestly, like, because you didn't hear much about what he was doing through the pack too, because like at the end of the race they were kind of watching, you know, first, second, third. And I remember when I seen him in fourth, I was just like, oh wow. Like, he essentially did like a first to last, first lap thing. You know, not quite, but almost. But 15 positions over the remainder of the race with the possibly damaged car and dented confidence and possibly fuming because it was Lewis. Like, incredible drive. No wonder he was commentating on his own fucking passes. He would have been frothing. But yeah, who knows what could have happened if the Mercs got through when you look at that pace they had. In general, like, it sucks. It always sucks. Like, it's the way development goes. One car gets it right. Maybe more so at the start of the season, there was two cars that had it right with Aston and fucking Red Bull. But now as the season's gone on, it's kind of evened out a bit, but the McLarens and the Mercs, like, I guess the Mercedes engine in general, then all the physical upgrades that they're putting on the cars, but those cars are just, they're starting to become rockets. Ferrari have been quite, like, if Ferrari hadn't had Ferrari problems, all season, they'd be killing it. They'd 100% be possibly second place, you know, overall, possibly. Maybe not, because they've shared too many points between them. But if they hadn't had all the fucking Ferrari gremlins that they've had all season, because their consistency outside of those Ferrari gremlins has been incredible. Like Alonso consistency in a shitter car. What appears to be a shitter car. The end of the season has kind of been, the last 3-4 races have been really, really good. Even if they've still had like an overall winner or effect. At least seeing what's happening with the rest of the pack. Just even the Singapore one. The drivers after the Singapore race, because there was no Red Bull there, you could just see it. They were like they sensed it. Like, look what can happen, guys. Look what can happen when we fucking don't have one car that's OP. You had 4 dudes in the end battling it out for a win. 3 different manners. Well, I think that's going to be the end of my A+.
True.
I'm just not trying to full send. And I'm honestly not really that fast. It'll be better for me. Come back as a slapper. And yeah, what do you reckon of the DD Pro? I had a whole, you would have loved it, Dom. I had a whole reason of like why I'm not going to bother with Fanatec still. And why I would stay with Logitech but still upgrade to a DD. Money.
However, I don't think RBR is up anymore, still best car of course, but the advantage over the McLaren doesn't seem too far.
Yeah, they're getting better.
So you're replanning on getting a DD Logitech?
Yeah, if I am to get another wheel, yeah, probably after Christmas, say timeline of around January, February, we'll look at it. Like, I could buy it and a stand and like a whole base for it, wheel, chair, everything, for less money than what it would still cost for a Fanatec wheel and pedals.
Been hearing a lot of complaints about Fanatec customer support. Good decision.
That is, in my little sub rant about it, I mentioned 4 different people, some streamers, some not, that have all had Fanafuck issues all in the last, say, 3 months. In one case, one of them, like their second or third item from the brand, and meant to be, you know, a superior one that they've constantly like kept putting money into, and then having issues with that. Another one, like apparently through 2 of the cases with the pedals, self-inflicted through trying to fix and or bad treatment of the car, of the pedals, and in the at least in terms of my Logitech pedals, and so many other people can vouch for this, is like, we can fix that. Like, you can do maintenance and repairs on these pedals, not have to worry about a warranty or whatever, and do it comfortably and have it noticeably help. It seems with those pedals, if you ain't a technician, you'll fuck them. And then, yeah, set the process of having to send them off and essentially be without anything for however long. Because Logitech, at least, like, I've never tried with the warranties. They're meant to be like similar, but you literally send it off and they damn near send a new one back, you know, at no cost, as long as you're still just receipt within the warranty, which is usually like 2 years, I think, for the 923, depending on where you buy it. But this is my third, so I've had the 2.9 and then two 923s. This wheel I've now basically had the longest. You could say it's been through the most, especially with the time I've put into it in, say, the last year. But like the maintenance on it has been like better this time around in terms of looking after it, what I have to do, how to do it, and doing it comfortably. Whereas it seems with the Fanatec it's damn near impossible. And just their overall price, I mean, you're still looking at 15 outright just for, and I'm talking AU, obviously, Dom, our dollar is pretty shit, but 1,500 outright for a fucking, the what they call it, the direct drive, the hub or whatever, and the pedals. No bass, no stand, wheel, etc. And there are currently still like Logitech DD Pro, the whole kit, wheel, stand, you know, movable, etc. in between 15 to 2.5 for a whole kit one. And the one, like, I kind of want to go with full seat, completely change my setup, and then this kind of base.
Emoji face screaming in fear.
G923.
Morning sunshine.
Hey baby, could remain. Because I also think too, this base could handle the Fanatec, especially because like the way it's got, I think it's like bolted in, aren't they? The Fanatec wheelbases, you can bolt like the bottom of the base to the object, and in this case, this thing would be sick for it. But I think no matter what, it would sound like a jackhammer because it's timber. Like it would sound like a jackhammer, especially once it's bolted on. It'd be firm as hell, but the noise would be horrendous, I reckon. So I feel like if I bought something that was the actual, you know, the wheel is built around what it's attached to, it would make a lot more sense. And when we get to that point, I was literally thinking about it last night. I just haven't even spoken to the missus about it. I'm not giving her a say. But when we get to that point, like, I'm 100% going to set up one of the rooms. That's why I was thinking of it too, like a lower setup. I'll be sitting probably much more near the floor. Adjustable chair, higher pedals.
Emoji blue heart.
But 100% I'm going to do it. And I'll just be able to have like what would appear like a pro streamer setup instantly, just by giving myself a bit more space. Having obviously like a system that's fucking not going to blow up every time I turn it on. And I don't even think I'll bother with streaming through.
Gotta get your wife a lovely present for being a legend. Emoji thumbs up, medium skin tone.
She deserves all the back pats, mate. All the back pats with no intention of, you know, a little something something. She needs all of them for like however long she requires them.
And your dad for being a top bloke.
Yeah,
face green
100%.
smiling.
I already thought, like, the very first time I streamed on a PS5, I was going to be like, this is for the dudes, like, who have, yeah, the Ferbs, the Doms, the Maxis, the Mats, like the people that have genuinely and generously you know, be it a small sum, a large sum, whatever, you just could not understand in a time where, like, there has been no income. And, like, even my ill feeling of just, like, not being able to put it towards tech. Better shit. But the generosity has not been...
I can finally ram you in a lobby.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. And you're... Nah, ram me, yeah. You're at the point you're in front of me most of the time now. When you actually fucking like a daily and you're putting your effort in.
Emoji blue heart.
I couldn't believe
oncoming fist.
what
Medium
VR
skin
had
tone.
done to your speed. Not that you were a slapper. Like, you'd spent a lot of time off the game. But when you were around, like, GTS days, like, you were up there. And I was just at the point where I was able to match you guys. Like, we're talking, like, way back when. You know, when Inks was on. You, Inks, Jack, Jad, Jogan, Loopy. Like, when I last really played with you, and you even cared, so to speak. That's how long ago we're talking. And then since then, like, I top split. I wasn't. Oceania, world's fastest, slowest, you know, I was
Not
that.
Jad bloke, he's crap.
Nah, he is crap. I was that. You know, I became that. And then, like, the time trials and shit, like, you know, I'd see it even in the streams. You'd be like, look at Jester, he's sweating. Look at him up there, he's sweating. And as soon as you got VR, like, especially when we were both doing a lot of the Genesis, you were fucking right next to me or in front of me in a few of them. And even Arnie, I guess Jad too.
Rock the G29, I got no brakes.
They're horrible. Could I put DD Pro, like, to say, as example, the Logitech DD Pro brace, do you reckon they'd hook up to the Logitech 923? Because my mate had a kit and that's all he has left. And I was like, yeah, no,
man,
don't worry.
Slapper.
But I only thought this morning. Because I know you can get adapters and shit for, like, the TC, like, all of them, like, actual load cell, what is it, cell loaded brakes, whatever.
Yeah.
You can get adapters for it, so. But I want a whole new wheelbase. The feedback in this one's going.
Evening, sir.
But yeah, there he is, world record holder. He had the whole kit, the Logitech DD Pro, but he was basically trying to, like, barely used, granted, but he had it since it come out. It's sat in a room for nearly the entire time, and he was kind of still trying to sell it for the exact same price.
Emoji waving hand.
He's got the whole, like, it's the load cell brakes. His one, he had the whole thing. He bought, like, it's like a $2,500, like, so when it came out, it was like whatever Gran Turismo and Logitech, like, that official one, but it was the whole thing, like a fucking Daytona setup, like.
Smiling face with smiling eyes.
But yeah, he basically still wanted full price for it because it was untouched. But like, I'm iffy on. But like, I remember when I went there and seen it, sat in it, his pedals weren't covered.
2 days, Sir Paul.
The whole rig wasn't covered, and I'm iffy on that. Like, doesn't matter if it's not used or not. It would have gathered crap inside it from just sitting there for so long unused.
Yo. I was just having a quick WW surf
more of
before
like,
and saw
buy the whole
loaded.
fucking thing. What's going on, bro? Yeah, they've apparently fixed it.
The adapter lets you mix and match. Hope things are perking up, but top of the morning to reconsumer.
My first week officially.
Loki Pro Infinitec 2, hidden costs Infinitec and service issues.
Officially
Dominic,
going well.
Emoji OK hand.
I know my pay rate, weekly pays, which is great too. Casual rate at the start. I'm not going to be getting annual or anything like that, but I certainly wasn't planning to fucking have any time off or anything in the next fucking 6 months, basically. But yeah, you could essentially say I've got 3 to 4 months to put my head down, prove myself, and then from there, hopefully get full time. But it's a good start. Just gotta get on the physical side of it now. It's been too long. It's a different type of physical compared to what I'm used to too.
Good stuff, Jest. Cool. I hope it goes well for you, bud.
They're a big company, like I was saying earlier. It's the biggest. They are the biggest company, like in terms of a financial structure, size, everything that I've ever worked for. Dude's huge.
Hi,
The
I'm
scale.
Dolores. You may know me as
Scale
Nightbot.
is
I
off,
am an AI
like-
who narrates Jester's chat.
the whole building
Nice
itself, like,
new
which is
job.
huge. The whole complex, you can just tell, like, that it's not one that, like, you know, was built and then they've hired out or whatever. Like, this place was fucking built to be this.
Where is it?
It's technically they're saying Derrimut, but it's Deer Park. It's literally, so like the second last place I was working at, the last place was the pods in Lavo, but the second last place when I was doing the Kogan shit, fucking the online e-store, it's on in the same industrial complex as and that's where I was at basically, like,
Hi,
last
Joel
Christmas.
Tattoo, by the way. Sorry.
It's just a tiny bit closer, but it's basically Deer Park Road.
Don't forget
it's
to leave a like.
Paramount.
It's free, everybody
It's like
loves
Paramount
free rides.
Industrial Estate or something like that. It's on Paramount Drive. So, like, technically the address says Truganina, but it's fucking Deer Park, man.
Consumer, emoji waving hand.
So it's not too bad for me, to and from, traffic depending. Like, at the moment, bit of a pain in the butt. Like, getting early start, not so bad, but like already the coming home thing, because it's like fucking finishing at 3 is great, but then when you still don't get home till after 4.
Paramount River.
Yeah, still getting home fucking over an hour later. All school rush and shit, buses, everything, it's fucked. But yeah, once the training period's over, which is a couple of weeks, I'll be 3 PM, 11 PM, which will be sick.
Explicit language may
I'll
be
be able
heard
to
through this
have
stream. It's
my
not
days
recommended for
again.
children.
Like, I'll still be able
Glad to hear that things are looking a bit
chill
better, bud.
during the day for at least a couple of hours. I thought about it, like, even streaming wise, I could do some DR feeding or whatever in the mornings. Get on, like, I don't know, 9 to 11, something like that, or 11 to 1.
Like the Forza lobby outfit way after 3.
And the coming home
Servers
will
open.
be way quicker because it'll be dead. Yes, they are apparently. That's why I'm back on. I am so slow compared to the fast dudes on these tyres. But yeah, it's Vista Print is the name of the company, and they are literally they're like multi-billion-dollar.
Dominican Charlemagne, I hope you learned your lesson. Stop spamming symbols, warning.
Wait, what? Can she do that? Wait, haven't I? What? Don't you have a spanner? What did you do?
Wolfie, emoji victory hand. Sounds good, mate. Good luck with it. Is that a crack business?
No. Or actually,
no.
no, because they've started somewhere else, bro. They started somewhere else, right? But
She's an idiot. She
because
slaps me
it's
all
printing,
the time.
right? And they do textiles too. But me specifically, I'm in printing. Like I said, advertising, cardboard, magnets, fucking everything.
Want to contribute to the growth of this
photography,
channel and feeling generous?
calendars, brochures, everything, business card, everything, right? The amount of because like the printers, the laser printers print everything digitally print everything, and then it comes to us, we do the cutting, so like depending on what, you know, their business cards smaller, calendars bigger, etc. Like you've got a program, you kind of feed it in to this guillotine based on the program, right?
I'm off to bed, it's late here and I've got an early start.
No worries, bro.
Dom, emoji face with tears of joy.
Thanks for dropping it.
Have it made.
But the amount of excess print materials, like just basic blank cardboards, papers, magnet materials, I was like, man, they would have such, like I was like, they would have such a good deal with Visi.
Okay, I roll Wolfie, emoji grinning face with sweat. Bye consumer.
Visi would love them. The amount of just the full-blown skip bins, man, like the ones the Forks pick up. Just 4 or 5 of them a day of offcuts. I remember in the timber industry when shit like that had happened, thinking, this is insane. This is insane. Like, I made my wheel stand through what was considered, like, thrown out, fucking offcuts, crap, excess, and it's like the finest fucking construction quality timber at, like, great lengths of it that they were just throwing out. Like, there was going to be firewood for fucking locals and shit. Like, I was like, this is insanity. Like, and obviously in the printing industry, it's exactly the same. Like, one industry fuels another. With the timber though, it blew my mind because I knew like how much it cost, and it's way more expensive to buy like timber as a punter, like as an everyday citizen, because you're buying way less of it at a high price. Essentially, fucking Mitre 10 in Hoppers Crossing had so much of it that they were just throwing out. You could get a trailer, you could go in there and fucking collect some blanks, go home, make a patio. But yeah, it's a very repetitive job. Very, very manufacture. Like, I'm even doing the timber frames. Our work rate ebbed and flowed.
So paper offcuts all get jerked? Not reused.
In terms of, yeah, like there's just, like I'm talking like some of the offcuts, bro, we're doing like A6, A5, B2 size prints. And I'm talking like whole 200, 300 thick of like A4, like it'd be whole fucking books, you know, from when you're in school, exact same size, A4, whole offcuts of like 200-300 straight sheets of A4, like if they're like the way they're, whatever they're the size of something that they're printed on, but the way they have it laid out for the print itself, that's how much extra was. It was one of the first questions I kind of asked when I noticed how much of it there was. It was like, that's mental. They got this fucking air compressor system, strongest suction I've ever seen. Like a lot of the machines, like they do the cuts and all the excess just falls into this machine. All you hear all the time is it like getting sucked up, going over the roof over here, and fucking all the way out of the building, automatically getting dumped. Like we had one in the timber thing too, and it was collecting sawdust and shit. But like, fuck, they had to like be smashing that cunt out all the time to like get any suction out of it. This thing was like picking up fucking cardboard, just whole clumps of it, like. Put your head in there and fucking, I reckon it'll rip your hair off. Just take all the hair in one hit. Yeah, they're a pretty big company. It's a pretty big setup. They're very serious, very safety. Fucking goggles, glasses, everything. And even though like the machine is literally built to be so perfect, like it could not cut you. Like the way it's programmed, the way it's got like a double trigger mechanism with like the way it operates, it's got like a kills, like sensor kill switches and shit, like it's, and they're still just like, you have to wear goggles, gloves, everything. Like even just trying to grip the product, depending on what you're printing with the gloves, like trying to separate them, and it can be a pain in the ass. Like Anybody who's wore fucking warehousing ninja grip gloves. I'm a sweaty hands dude, I need moisture in my fingers to fucking do anything. I've got no grip. And there ain't on it. I'm like, alright. It seems they're pretty chill, like, even with the high-vis type stuff. A lot of dudes in there that are just fucking wearing their everyday trackies and shit. Got a vest on. They're sweet. That's definitely good. Because it's the same at fucking Costa's too. Shouldn't have been. Especially with timber and shit. But some days it can be fucked up. Just trackies, hoodie, vest. Yeah, I'm going to work.
I used to work in a cabinet shop at Woodville Buildings, trying to get back into it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, when I was doing the pods, they did cabinetry. Because they were doing all the, like, literally all the
worst is dealing with paper
so
or cardboard when you have dry hands and no gloves.
Under sink cabinetry, mirrors, shit like that. They had a whole little workshop section, or little plywood, timber type framing, all glued together. Even I thought about some of it for a little while, because like I was doing construction, framing, but like carpentry still, you know, way finer than what I was doing. But at least I thought I could have had a head start, at least in terms of the tools, the equipment, the product, you know, having an understanding and knowledge of cutting, sanding, grinding, polishing, all that. Never kind of went through with trying to really apply with anything that it wasn't like just a basic manufacturing, at least like around here. There was a few that I did try but didn't get any. But there was something like when I was at least even just sanding. You gotta sand anything, like especially timber. Becomes your job and you're taking it from fucking rough, coarse to good. Becomes something you're like, yeah, this is sick. Like that feel, that touch of it. Knowing the product, knowing when you've got it in. When I was growing up, I used to do models, like car kit models and shit. The way they had the parts laid out, like you'd have to sand off like the edges. And I remember like how hard, like if you didn't do the work, how hard and shit would like come together, look crap. And then when I like started to like have to sand stuff at work, I remember saying to my dad, I was like, I like sanding. I was like, power sanding's fucking sick. Like, it makes you feel like you've actually done, like, taken something from fucking horrible to smooth baby's bum.
I would sand stakes of shelves for a whole day.
Yeah, that'd get brutal. That'd get brutal. But yeah, even when I was at the pods place, I had to do a few, like the joinery basically, because their roof frames, or like the actual, the housing of the roof would be like this, I don't know what type of timber it was a timber, but when they did certain size ones, they'd have to do like join a couple of them, like custom made ones of them together, and you'd do like the bulk job, fill it up, both ends.
Spray boat was fun.
And I had the spraying would be sick too. I've thought about, like I was thinking about some of that for a time, but it's all like qualification based. Like getting your foot in without the start is hard. That's why I was always hesitant with applying with kind of, and even just the way your resume is moulded with your actual experience and whatever your reason of like why do you want this job, etc. Like it's tricky, but like someone who like is in the business or something like that, and they know what you're capable of. You get in like that, and you're sweet. Like that's how I got into construction, essentially, like into that too. Like. definitely gonna catch me.
I was a chef for 3 years and now I'm trying to get back to carpentry. Last lap, let's go.
Yeah, well, like when like I said, that first day walking in, straight away I was like, oh, this is a whole other industry. Like, I had opened my head, you know, like I knew straight it was going to be like starting the trusses all over again. Like, all right, am I going to be? And honestly, like the trusses, there was a whole lot more to learn, and it was more technical, complicated. This is manufacturing, simple. Like I'm one part of the process, and so as I just follow a system that's kind of set, same thing. The steps are easy, but the scale and the ability to, like, nearly everybody that fucking I was working with too, they'd all been there, like, I think the least dude was like 2-3 years, and they all started as casuals. And then, like, the induction dude, he'd been there like 10 years. Like the dude who was like watching over all of us, he'd been there 8 years. There was like a couple dudes I was working with, like the ones that were training me, 2-3 years, 8 years, and they all started as casuals. So I was like, that's sick. It's like it's a very prove yourself type environment, it seems. The more you take on,
GG.
the kind of better your treatment, and they definitely honour like why can't I even think of it, like the pay rate structure in terms of, like, you know, when you come in, say they've got like class 1 to 6, and based on age, experience, etc., you come in at like 2 or 3. When you learn new things, you basically get the pay rate to go with it, whether you're doing the first job you came in for or the newer one. Like, because they seem to have a lot of guys there who could go from one thing to the other, and like that's kind of what I became at Costas too, doing the trust stuff. So, like, yeah, I see promise. I definitely see promise. Like, it's easier than I thought it was going to be.
I'm going to join a union.
A union? Yeah, they had one in the last place I was in. I wasn't in it, but I was like the fucking person who spoke for the workers. Yeah, we lost the A+. Yay. Nice.
Unions are dead over here.
Yeah, fucking... Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them, but, I mean, depending on the industry, I think you definitely need them, but I'm not I've been in some industries, and I'm not a fan of unions. They're not at least the ones from the industry I was last in, especially construction, like, fucking John Setka, shit like that. And in general, like, even super, I'm not a fan of super. As much as it's meant to be something that, like, it sets you up or helps you or whatever, it's bullshit. It's all crap. I think the same with unions. Like, how, like, when you see like a GFC, like a, you know, global financial crisis, whatever, you see like a collapse of these industries, and like retirees lose, like, or people that are right about to retire, like how they can lose guaranteed super. I've never, like, I understand it. I understand exactly how and why what happens, but I don't see how it's legal, or like how these, you know, be it in insurance, be it super, be it...
Depends on the union for me. I don't like the heavy unions, militant pricks and that.
Yeah. But you just see so many of these cases where these things are meant to be like a, you know, say like be it a work thing where it's meant to be like health, safety, stuff like that. If something happens to you, they will cover your wage, back you up, whatever. Like, in a lot of those cases, doesn't seem like they do. Like, there's certain industries where it's like it's more like I don't know, it's hard to explain, but the super deal, like how you can see people have like a guaranteed, say, which doesn't even seem like much, 65, 70 onwards, whatever, like a $500,000 to live as a couple or whatever for the rest of their life.
I'll keep eye on them.
How they've put that money away, they've worked for 50 or 60 years, and that's like guaranteed money that gets put away somewhere, and then industries collapse around the world, being like financial sectors and real estate and shit like that, and the very company that is meant to be holding the money of the people has been putting that money into, like, it should just, no matter, there shouldn't be investment based structures on people's money like that. Like even the banks, like there's essentially, like at any given time, a bank, like banks around the world, they don't hold the money, so to speak, like that, they're valued at, ever. Like never ever. This is how, like, banks can go under, and people, who have got fucking 20, 30, 50, $100,000 in savings can go to a bank and be like, I want my money, you can't go, and they don't have the money. Like, I just don't know how. And it happens on, it's such a corporate, massive structure, like, so like we're talking financial institutions, like things that are financial.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Insurance.
If it's not insured and assured, then it shouldn't be advertised as safe.
Yeah, but it shouldn't, it's just outright, like, I remember like seeing it happen. It happened to, like not massively, because they were still
Culinary
young enough,
industry was shattered by the COVID.
My auntie and uncle copped it hard with one of the, like with the OG GFC, like the 08, 09 one. And what would have at the time only been, like they were in, like, their late 40s, 50s, what would have been a couple of $100,000 guaranteed super essentially got wiped out. And I was just like, how is that? That's fucked. Like, how, what? Like, they're halfway there, not even, they're over halfway there. They're like, say, 10, 15 off of the, yeah, we can do this, we can stop. And then money's gone, like, what the fuck? And then there's movies about it. Big Short. So yeah, I just don't know how that's a thing. And I never trust anybody.
Shattered.
Even the banks.
Hey yo, the bad guy is back in chat. Emoji grinning squinting face.
I'm glad now they at least have fucking for cunts like me that don't give a fuck or have done so many different
Glad
things.
I got that BS over and done with.
That they at least give you the ability to, gather all of your different super funds and kind of redistribute into one, but still it can be a massive hassle due to everything that I just explained. Like, I've heard cases of that too, like when people have gone together.
Welcome back, Spera.
Super, like there've been ones who haven't had a specific fund the whole time. They've worked, say, 5 years here and 10 years there or whatever, and they're like 50, 60, and then they've gone to a different industry or a new thing, or they've gone to gather it all, and one particular part of it can't. It's like, oh no, the place is, they're bust. Your money's gone. 5, 6 years of work of super from some shitty industry specific or just kind of dodge cunts back in the day, and I'm like, that's fucked.
Emoji thumbs up, Wolfie.
Like the life, death and taxes cycle.
Super, what's that? All mine got eaten up by fees.
That too.
Yo, Sparrow. Hey Island, emoji Desert Island. Yeah, I've always been mostly a subby, so I only have what I added.
I guess that's why I've never taken life too seriously. Like, honestly, I'm a bit of a mong, you know, goose. Like, I get myself into these situations where I struggle just because of the way I've probably lived my whole life. But like, I've never, I guess, chosen to stress about it either, because I've seen what stressing about it does, and can still get you nowhere. And then even like certain fucking life cycles, or just, I don't know, being whatever age you are at a given point, however you're living your life, you're like, do I want to be 65?
I agree, emoji thumbs up.
So you have like I say, I know I'm a pessimistic, but like even having the brain pattern of like, it's not going to matter because I won't be around, like, it's not a good pattern. And like, the only reason my mindset on that even changed in the last any few years is being with Bianca.
I feel that.
Long-term relationship, basically, like, of having a reason. That's why I've never worried or wanted kids either, but having a reason to stress and still be there, if not for yourself,
it's not, but
then
I get
for
it.
someone else. You're bind to this earth as long as it's required. So yeah, that would be my only concern now. And I definitely think she will outlive me, for sure. But hopefully, if we're lucky, we're talking. Actually, we're not. I mean, fuck, I'm turning 37 in exactly 2 weeks. I don't want to be over 50. My body's already fucking ouchies. My brain's already like, no, I've had enough time on this earth. People are shit. You know what I mean? I just don't. I'm like,
LOL, emoji grin
even with someone else,
face.
I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, she's already halfway there. At least mentally, she's already halfway there. She's just old lady as fuck. Like, she's so, like, she's gonna fit right in. You know what I mean? She's gonna have pink hair, big fucking pointy glasses, have a little trolley and shit. She's gonna fit right in. Me, I won't be able to sim race when I'm like fucking 60. What am I gonna do?
Emoji face with tears of joy.
But she's halfway there. She's set. She's a lifetime napper. If she's not working, she's going to have a nap at some point. She's got that down pat. She's got the little two-wheel fucking granny trolley already for shopping. Nice line, mate. Beautiful line. Wonder why that happened. Because you weren't on the racing line. Might have something to do with it. Oh, your line! It's so good!
PMSL for real.
Bro! Is that another one? That's gotta be another one. That was pretty wide. Oh, you got lucky there. That should have been another half second. 100%. You've done great though. 2 seconds to leader. You're in the same car. Good stuff. You're killing it. This is why being an overly defensive driver is so good for your IQ. It's why I defend drivers like that all the time. Because it's smart. They're so smart. They're very big brain. Big brain.
Haha.
I gotta give these pedals a spray. Should have done it this race. I should probably shut up for a few laps
And
away.
straight out the gates too. I
See
bet
what
it
I
out
can
the
do.
end bud.
Yeah, no, I especially love talking about those ones when it's like lap 1. They're like master. They're like Einstein of the fucking track, bro. I'm not even like a fucking... Who was the guy who stole the inventions? That Homer episode, Simpsons? I'm like him, and they're like fucking Einstein. That's how smart they are.
Likewise, slow both of you down first
Lap 1.
lap.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. 2 seconds. Guaranteed. Smart. Big brain. Big brain. It's for later in the race. Big brain. Move. Racing off the racing line is like, especially on tyres that are brand new, lap 1. Fuck it. Mate, that's Lance Stroll. That's how he became an F1 driver. We all know how much his racing IQ is lauded.
Makes total sense. MOG grinning, sprinting face. Genius 1 billion IQ move.
Yeah, massiveness. They understand that racing is all over in one turn. Yeah, I have been barely sending this car.
LOL. Poor Stroll is getting hammered lately.
Bro, he deserves it. There's nothing left. Like I said this fucking before Singapore, I think I said, oh no, when he crashed out at Singapore.
Sparrow.
Like halfway through the
Making
Singapore
Muppets look
weekend, I was
intelligent.
like, kid's fucking, he's done, he's a bomb, he's goose, get rid of him. But yeah, after
Want
Last-
to contribute to the growth of this channel
Last
and
one.
feeling generous? PayPal. Got me know this is Jester. Oh totally.
even
LOL
someone like
though.
fucking
Emoji
Yuki
grinning,
in that
squinting
car would be
face.
scary, I reckon. And you'd be better off having the youth of Yuki learn off to someone like Alonso. And it seems like a car, if you can hustle, no matter what, you can get results out of it. Also, really good for the Alpha boys, honestly. That was a surprise. Bottas, it's just like, oh, finally, you're back where you're meant to be. But, fucking John
Make
jumped
Australia
out.
great again.
Make Australia great again.
Emoji face.
And they
with
reckon
tears
the,
of joy, Dom.
They reckon the Audi deal with Sauber, Alfa
I
Romeo,
totally voted for Trump. He gave
is,
up on running for cruising USA.
is
He's
gonna
coming
fall
down
through.
Under.
they were meant to take over the team from next year, I think, and then start using Audi engines from like 2026. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So they better fucking let Andretti in.
Down under Destroyer Land. Emoji Koala.
Australia? Cunt. Oi, you! Prime Minister!
Yeah, I heard there was gonna be some changes, but I'm not up to date. Get
over here! Man, has anyone seen that? And gonna ask a
And
question
of course, Stroll is
and then
definitely
say,
throwing all the
well,
tantrums,
give you the
emoji
answer to
grinning,
it anyways.
squinting face,
But that
emoji rolling on
that
the floor
court
laughing.
TV show
Wow,
on Stan
emoji face with tears of joy.
that's advertised as like the biggest Australian thing ever, which it is. I mean, it's got Brian Brown as a fucking Australian Prime Minister. I mean, it should have been. But just don't watch it, guys. Just avoid it.
Stroll has
Don't
been so bad.
watch it.
Emoji face with tears of joy.
And if you watch it and enjoy it, don't talk to me anymore. Don't come back and talk to me ever again if you watch it and enjoy it. And you're like, that was funny. Haha, Aussies are
He
great.
is very talented. I want to see him get a seat.
Just, it's bad. I tried. I really tried.
LOL.
I really tried. It's
I
got
watched it.
It's got
Emoji face with
It's got
tears of
Ragnar
joy.
in it. Oh my god! I got 4 episodes in, bro. I tried. I got a couple of chuckles, man. I reckon the best bits for me were Brian Brown, and even that was horrible.
I'm embarrassed for Australian actors now.
It's so bad. Like, it's like if it was written like I genuinely feel like, and it's not. I know it's not. But if it came out in the era of like Fat Pizza, Housos, like there would have been an excuse. Like if it was off the back of that, but it wasn't. Like it's just like, man, fucking the opening to episode 2.
Yep, I watched one
Got
episode
a
and
little
it was
got a
no
little
good
bit of a
watching.
fright
100.
with the biggest prosthetic penis that I have ever seen in cinema. Like, it was gargantuan, this thing. Like, and it was like the camera angle was like something out of The Boys. Like, it was like, and in The Boys it's only a camera angle like that because like you're really small. But this thing was like, and the camera was like,
yeah.
and the guy was like, ah! Like, I was just like I got it. They were tied up, fucking naked, balls to face, and then it's like blokes being blokes, and I got it. But I was just like, yep.
And old mate Gabe was right next to it.
Yeah, mate, that's yeah. You see it, and then like, that's why it got a slight chuckle out of me, bro, when he opened his eyes, and like he had a fucking, you'd be glad he didn't do the morning lick, you know, because it was there. He was embracing the big Italian Australian member. And like, that's what was even more fucked about it. Out of, like, bro, that guy was probably the funniest one, and he was deliberately like, he was literally like the fucking...
That was funny, but the rest was just trying and failing.
He was like Frankie from fucking The Wog Boy. Frankie, girls get the girls, bro. Like, ridiculously good looking, ripped. Like, his character was... You've met a cunt like him. Like, that's what made his character... You've met a cunt like all of them, to be honest. But it was so fucking cringe. The Sean Penn shit. Even the Carl Stefanovic shit, which when I seen it in the trailer, like, that was kind of what, like... I'll admit, I chuckle at Carl. But I say, like, he makes me laugh at the fact that he's even on, like, Australian TV, you know, being him. Like, that's what makes me laugh about Carl.
The guy honking in the long drop, grinning, squinting
and the
face.
koala. The koala got probably the biggest reaction out of me for the whole show, and I gave up after 4 episodes, and I think I had 6. And the koala was episode 3, I think. That got me good. Just because of the shockingness of it.
LOL.
But everything, I was like, I felt dumber having watched it. I felt dumber having tried to continue watching it. I felt like I got the attempts at humour. I got with some dudes on intermediates, or just got on intermediates. I felt I understood what they were going for, but I was just like, the people that fall for it are like, their favourite movie is probably fucking...
I felt dumb by association.
Fucking Simple Jack, like, which is a pretend movie in a movie. Yeah, dumb by association is good. That's pretty good. Like Ragnar, bro, what are you doing? He did like that Black Snow or whatever, and it's like good drama and shit, and then he goes, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing, Travis? But that's why you're in dingo suit, mate. Brian Brown, he's made for a role like that. He was basically Hando from fucking Two Hands. Like 100%. If Hando from Two Hands got made the Prime Minister of Australia, that's the character that Brian Brown played. Less gangster, but...
Danger Close was a good movie with him in it.
Yeah. He was good in that too. He's a good actor. 100% he's a good actor. I know what he's capable of. But Brian Brown, fucking... How good was Thorpe? Yeah, Thorpe was good. I got it, man. Like, he was fucking John Howard, but Brian Brown. What a waste. Brian Brown is...
Black Snow was pretty good with Travis.
Possibly the greatest Australian actor ever. Legit. Underrated. Like, him and Guy Pearce, too. Like, Guy Pearce is more because he's been bigger. But, like, in my opinion, they're like the two finest Australian actors of all time. So underrated. Like, Brian Brown can make bad movies good, like Australia. But not this show. Or so. I don't know what I expected. But the way it was built and what it was, I was like, this is fucking horrible. This is like Paulie Fennick would do a better job. He would do a way better job. Fucking Uncle Bobo. They might as well have had Uncle Bobo in it as the fucking Prime Minister. 100%. Bobo should have been in it. Maybe would have enjoyed it more. But yeah, couldn't even finish it. Said so much, considering it was like 25. Like, it was like a skit show.
Did you like Dirty Deeds?
Dirty Deeds? What was Dirty Deeds? Like the song. Love the song. Oh wait, Dirty... No, all I can think of was Mr. Deeds now. What's Dirty Deeds? What am I missing?
Brian Brown, early 2000s.
Maybe so, you know. Because that was definitely in the era when he was in a lot of underrated stuff. I remember...
I let the boys from Housos know to make cock better. Emoji burning squinting face.
Around that era, because like fucking Optus and shit having pay TV the first time. There was a lot of random ass movies. He was in it. Like even Two Hands. That's how I first come across Two Hands. I was definitely too young to be watching that. And I thought it was like it was his character from Cocktail, but a gangster. Like I hadn't seen Brian Brown be that. Then since it, like there's a great movie. Fuck, a couple of years ago it come out. Me and the missus even seen it. We were lucky enough to see it like one of very few screenings I had in cinema. It's called Sweet Country. It's got him, Brian Brown, Sam Neill, and probably the greatest like Aboriginal actor I've ever seen. I can't think of the bloke's name, but he's so good in it. But it's called Sweet Country. Sam Neill is like the Flanders of this movie without being like annoying. Like he's just a good.
Great flick, great part. Watch Dirty Deeds. Sweet Country is gold.
It's fucking, yeah, like I love Brian Brown and that movie was hard to watch. And I love Brian Brown and that was hard to watch. Like, and it was like, because this was like after Django or something along those lines too. 12 Years a Slave, etc. He was incredible in that role, incredible in it, and the just the villain role, like just almost needed the fucking moustache twirling, you know, like cliche role, but he killed it. That movie, like I think that was the last movie that I probably blubbered. Sam Neill, you bastards! You killed him, you bastards! Sam Neill, man, in that movie, like I was like, you are one of the best of all time. Fucking bring back Event Horizon and shit. Sam Neill when he's doing fucking drama, that cunt's fucking king. Yeah, good movie. Very, very good movie. One that I think a lot of it, I guess with what's going on today, I'm not going to get into it at all, but yeah, you'd get it if you've seen it. Great movie. One of the most powerful Australian movies I have ever seen. Very much Australia's 12 Years a Slave. Entirely different, because it's the fucking movie that takes place over like a week, not 12 years.
Have you watched Year of?
Watch Year of? What's Year of? I don't think so. But yeah, Sweet Country got me good. The missus, like I said, she used to work at Palace Cinemas, fancy indie type movies, and I remember a couple months before it came out, she showed me the trailer, just knowing that it was a Western, that it would get me, and it was an Australian Western, because I'm a big fan of The Proposition 2, which is an old one that Guy Pearce did, one of the most brutal Australian movies I've ever seen. But yeah, Sweet Country got me good. Very, very, very powerful movie. Very sad. And like, just the realities of it are just brutal. Like it just makes you angry. No matter where you stand on like a certain side of the fence, it's a movie that like in the first 10-15 minutes, like if you don't feel uncomfortable and angry and upset already like over what you've witnessed, then like yeah, you're probably a different type of sort of human being that I would have nothing to do with. Yeah, great movie. Alright, let's fucking give these a proper clean. But yeah, when Australian cinema is good, I am a huge fan of it, dude. Like, huge fan of it. Like, I always bring up Underbelly. Couldn't believe it when we were talking with, like, Consumer and that, and he knew Underbelly. I was so impressed that it had, like, made it overseas. Like, the OG Underbelly anyways, but I definitely think Australian cinema can be, like, when it's done right, you bring stars together and actually have a good story. I think it can be incredible. Yeah, that was Heath, wasn't it? But yeah, I guess Two Hands is another one. Like everyone always goes on about Chopper. I think Two Hands come out the year before Chopper. Chopper is an iconic performance. Yep. Two Hands is a better, like it's Two Hands is a better story. Has like it's fucked. Two Hands. So is Chopper, but Two Hands is fucking. That's one that where like you're like, oh no. Why you do this, directors? Why you fucking want to make me feel like this, you fucking dogs?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and Chopper I've seen a lot more too as a kid or a teenager, but I feel like Two Hands is one that like you don't even need to see it anywhere near as much as Chopper to remember the movie, the story. Like as soon as you'll see, it's like if you rewatch it, as soon as you'd see the kid, it'll all come back, I reckon. Like the movie tells two different stories basically. His character, or yeah, two different stories, because you don't really see Hando's point of view that much. You just see his and the kids that it follows throughout the movie. But like, yeah, twist ending, fucking shit. It's a good movie, very much, and just the way they talk, like the style of it, that reminds me of my childhood. Hando, the way that cunt talks, the way he dresses. Love the smell of DW40 in the morning. Yeah, I remember I even enjoyed Australia. I knew it was cliche. Bits of it I didn't enjoy, but I enjoyed Australia just because of Brian Brown. Thought he was sick in it. I grew up with Cocktail, which was way too young to be watching a movie like that. If there were two movies that ever taught me more about like suicide and the concept of it and why people would do it, one was Cocktail and the other one was Platoon. And I was way too young.
There were some good elements
to see either of those two movies. And two entirely different movies. Entirely different. I mean, fucking... One's got Creedence, one's got the Beach Boys. But yeah, I remember his character in it. Brilliant. Thought he was the coolest cunt ever. I mean, he was teaching Tom Cruise how to be cool. That's cool. Now I got fucking Kokomo in my head. Oh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Jamaica. Get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. And John Stamos.
LOL,
Baked as fuck
thanks.
in the background. John Stamos.
I'm gonna have to bail, mate.
No worries. Yeah, I'll probably only do one more myself. I'm not too fussed with it, clearly. It's just good to be able to do it again, to be honest. Because this would be one that I'd be sweating on. Get my DR back, if I cared. But yeah, it's been good to have a lot of people drop in.
Thanks for the races and chill. Glad to see ya. MOG victory hand TC all.
And it was mostly just because I didn't want to just get on Wild West and just kind of zone out for the rest of the day. And I was up too early and I just wanted to see if it worked.
Bye, Wolfie. Are you doing Green Hell Jester?
I don't know. I doubt it because I can already tell I'm going to be up. Like, I'll be too tired. I don't know. was just thinking before, like whether I can be, if I can be stuffed, I'll require V, which I don't have at the moment. And I was going to try and get in the habit of not drinking it on the weekends to save money too. Just a little bit extra of where I would normally spend it. And because a big requirement of it usually is to race at peak form, so to speak. Be alert, pay attention. I mean, what is it now? It'd be in 10 hours from now. I don't know, bro. Would you still be about? I mean, I wouldn't be streaming it regardless, I don't think. It'd be like a... try to make content out of it, whatever.
No worries, mate. Just wondering.
I should lock in at least a third points
Does Meta
result.
stream GTWS?
He did he doesn't always, I don't think. Depends on, I guess, how he feels about him. But he definitely did the last one. Yeah, he should, and he's been practicing it a lot.
Meta.
Like I had before, like talking like fucking 10 days ago, I had a wet run with him.
Top split GT7 and the most analytical commentator ever. McLaren expert URL.
I know, like, no matter what, especially if I treat it the way I have the entire season, especially now, even, I guess, losing the A+ in Manu. I mean, we're only going to be looking at a 200-ish point lobby now. I could still probably, yeah, like a place like that, a race like that. As it was, everybody was predicting top 5 with my plan. I don't know, man. We'll see how I feel. Like it's a special race. Like I know it is. The fact that it's working, like I wasn't feeling too great about it at all. Wasn't going to bother. And it's the door. Like I don't. It's a place that I don't necessarily.
With Hiss and Sen.
It's a place that I don't necessarily need to practice for. And then on the rain side of it, like you guys know what I'm like with rain. Like I've got a sensibility in the rain, but I also like find that, like especially in my boat, I find that traction point like very quickly. But there, in that car, like I said it yesterday, or the other day when I was doing the time trial and thinking I was failing horribly. It's like the only car and place I probably still feel confident going full send anytime, anywhere is the Hyundai at the Nord, no matter what. That was some good racing. That got my heart rate up big time. got to be on hards.
Gonna go watch NRL, thanks for the stream bro, bye
worries, mate.
everyone, emoji oncoming fist, medium skin tone.
Oh.
Later Dom Sam.
more apparently.
missing.
It's gonna get me though. Too many mistakes on the sauce.
Morning, Jest and Chad.
Hey, Kev. Oh, big whip.
Hey, Kev. Kev, emoji victory hand, medium light skin tone. Fecking Weird West is so addictive. I need to collect one more vermin wraith so I can free the cursed statue and I can complete the main of Jake.
And right about killing them. What, with the shotguns you mean?
Smush Sparrow, hand pink waving. Yeah, with the shotguns.
They don't like shotties, man. They don't, especially if you've got a knockback. Once you've got I prefer the 5-shot ones. The best perk ever, Kev. The shotgun perk where you don't need to reload your gun. That's the one. Like that's what'll get you. It'll let you, even the big guys. That's what that perk will kill anything. Especially if you've got the 5-shot and then a perk on the shotgun, like a crit hit one or a fire rate or whatever. That ability though, where you get like the 8 seconds of unlimited, you know, no reload, boom, 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 boom. I just single out, and especially because you've got the slow down thing when you're in aim, I just focus on them, and I'll like, as soon as they're in range, I'll swing up to aim, shot, and then I'll out of the aim so I can move about fast, find the next one, bring it up the aim,
Also
slow
doing
down.
some bounty hunters as well, and also when I travel to other towns and when people are sleeping, I just quietly pickpocket and GE.
I haven't tried any of that stuff yet at all. I was going to fully intend that for the second playthrough. I've stolen some stuff, like just when nobody's around and it's like ammo, lockpicks, the cards and shit. But yeah, I haven't gone about the thief stuff. But yeah, I'll have to do it because of that 10,000. Like steal 10k shit. Not yet, mate. Nope. Nope. Have you seen yourself? Go look in the mirror. You're fat. You're not starving, mate. You're not dying. You might feel like it, but you're really not. You're okay.
LOL.
You got fed like barely 4 hours ago. Big bowl of dry food. Even I'd be full if I ate all that dry food. No, mate.
I didn't take the junk because it takes up space. Every time I Rambo someone doing the bounty hunter missions, I just scrap their guns for am.
Do you know, I've now, because of the auto scrap thing, twice I have picked up like a purple or higher weapon and accidentally scrapped it because of impulse, because it's not equipped at that moment. Like, so I've tried to get out of that. The only guns I really pick up now are upgraded ones. Same thing, like break them apart so you don't have to really buy ammo. But twice now, one was a shotgun, one was a rifle, I've broken down, unequipped. Fucking pain in the ass. Absolute pain in the ass. Because they're very rare too. Like honestly, I've only found probably 3 weapons throughout the entirety of like missions or whatever, like where you know it's like a rare one and you've like snuck off a different path or whatever to find it. Or you've done
LOL,
a
I saved a lot of ammo and saved money so I can buy 3-star weapons. Yeah. Also, my armor now is a 4-star vest.
I'm still only rocking a 3. But yeah, vest is a good requirement. And I was spending, I was kitting out my, like the companions. I was making sure that they all, like I started buying all them vests and shit. Because I realised too, like I had one, well, the same set for so long, basically through the entirety of the Pigs playthrough, I had the same 2 people with me. That his like friendship group was, because I was wondering why the chick had so many more friends. You've got to travel with them and at least complete a few missions with them and then dismiss them in order for them to actually like be checked off. So it's almost like a Mass Effect style thing. And I hadn't been doing that because it was really only with Jane, because I'd either been going through them because they were dying or they were good and I was keeping them with me. And then once she completed the game, you know, that party became like friends for life or whatever. But with the other characters, because I was making sure that I was not losing fucking hired guns or friends or whatever, they weren't getting the, you know, friends with everybody. And I'm like, why? I'm doing heaps of missions, but you actually have to have them. I only noticed it because I dismissed someone that I'd hired, and they say something about it, about like, oh, so soon, and that basically meant like you haven't done their required thing for them to become a companion, you know, friend for life, and then for someone who can come in and help you.
Ha ha ha, every time you back things up, I just load the autosave game again.
I was doing, that's, I didn't do enough of it with Jane at the start, 100%. That's why Jane has so many fucking dead friend companions. But yeah, 100% now too, bro. like I said, there's a possible spoiler for you, and I'm not going to tell you this, but I've like, the game fooled me. I got someone killed that I really didn't want to, and was kind of warned specifically not to. And like, there was nothing I could do about it. It was simply by a choice of having them be with me. And I couldn't grab them because I had a full party, and they commented on it, and I was like, alright. And I reloaded, and I dismissed someone that I'd had for a little while that were killing it. Like, they were a hired gun, but an expert one, and I'd had them for ages. They were fully kitted, like $400 hire, something like that, and I dismissed them, and then took this person, someone who can actually be an ally in the world, with me at their insistence, and I had them earlier, and they were fucking sick, and then something that I had no control over happened, and like, you had a choice, and like, thought I made the right one, especially at least in terms of like party strength, abilities, with the hope of making this person like a permanent ally, so I could come back with the other characters and like be like, yep, join the posse, let's go. But no, they're dead. That's my fault. And because it was like a story-based thing that happened, like that I had no control over, it was like, as soon as it happens, it's like autosave. Like, as soon as you have control of the character again, it was autosave. So I was like, you dogs! You dogs! But it was well played. Brilliant IQ.
Somehow my practice for Manu is shit as I play too much Weird West. Emoji rolling on the floor
Understandable,
laughing.
bro. I haven't played it since Tuesday. I was taking a bit of a break with it because, as I said, I'm at the end with the third character. So I've just been chilling. But yeah, I think I will do Manu. I'll just go out later, get a couple of energy drinks, chill for a bit. Still got to catch up on this week's TV shows.
Probably
Loki,
I need to
Gen
do
V.
some TT later at 8 p.m., an hour before the race.
I think the rain practice is probably the most important, bro. Come on. Fucking hell. PS4 life, yo. But yeah, it's the Nord. And it's probably going to rain. As soon as the streams go up and shit, I'd regret not being there. And the first race is probably going to be best chance, so yeah, why not? I've lost the A+ now. As I said, it'll be a much lower lobby, but higher chances. Especially if I maintain my from the back.
You always do well.
There, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Like, it's, as I said, I've lost my full send capabilities at the moment. Through lack of playing, lack of confidence, lack of care, and also wheel issues. But the one place I can still do it, the one combo I can still do it, is in that Hyundai at the Nord. Like I was driving with Meta and Simon in a wet session, and they've been practicing, and I was doing more than enough, keeping up, getting in front. It was very fun. This case. Why is reset? I thought I had it on. Why is reset not working? That's brutal. Thanks, bro. Absolutely brutal. else. definitely got very unfairly treated at the start. It's unlucky because pace is clearly there. I've made up 6 to 8 seconds since the pit. Running very consistently.
I'd say everyone is going to be very argy-bargy to get their DR back.
That's what it seems like, yeah. It seems like the leader punted his way to first on the different compound. That enough. Yeah, that was incredible. That was full crossed up in the middle of the bus stop, curb to curb. That was an awesome catch. Awesome catch. Full slip. I felt every single slippery bit of that.
Nice comeback.
It was actually, yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm not too upset. That's what it is. No one beat my lap by the looks of it. Whoa, whoa. Oh, he backed off. Not enough. I was that far behind. Well, that I don't get either. I guess he was on different tyres. Because if, like, that's the intention too, then why not back off in the first place and then help the person get back? But different compound, I understand. But yeah, I didn't, like, I barely reacted. I was more upset that the reset wasn't working. I was sloppy, but yeah, there was major contact.
Stuck on the BBLOL. Poor Mismo.
Mismo, I was just looking at that thinking, is that Nismo's brother. Alright, we'll do one more. And then I'm going to have some lunch. And watch some Loki and Gen V. And whatever else I need to catch up on.
I'm eating my homemade mac and cheese, yummy.
Nice. I would much rather any homemade mac and cheese compared to what fucking mac and cheese is. It's fucking disgusting. Disgusting.
Only cost like $10 for everything you need to make it. Emoji thumbs up.
It's like rice, man. You can make a good, healthy, tasty rice dish so cheap. Fuck it. Put it in containers and shit. Like a honey soy.
Could feed an army. Dash of soy sauce and Louis.
Shit, mate. Fucking amateur. Thanks, Kaz. Can't play a game anymore. Not your fault this time because of your service shit, but it's still your fault because of your service shit. Thanks, Kaz. Lost me line there. Oofed. Oh, one more chance.
A friend said it could be just one bracket in billions of written code, so fun job finding it.
Oh wow, hey. That was some unique gear shifts. You son of a bitch, floaty, stupid, loose fucking car. Shit! Should be about half a second quicker. I had it. It was all there. Stupid car. Shit! My name's Lance Stroh! Martin. My dad owns the team. I bashed my personal
emoji
trainer.
grinning, squinting face.
I'm an F1 driver. Fuck! There was so much. It should have been like, coming out of that turn, I should have been like 5-6 tenths with the chance to gain 2 or 3. I should have been, that lap
That was loose.
when finished would have been in the middle of that top 10. Like it would have been a very low 43. Very, very low.
Emoji face with tears of joy.
Like even after the first batch of mistakes, I was still 4-5 tenths up. Oh no! Look at these blokes, mate. Probably glad I didn't go faster after that. This is too sweaty for me. And on my given days, I'll be racing with all them and Hissia, and I'll be at the front trying to swing the wang, you know, and I'd choke somehow. Or some bloke called Slick Blow would show up and Slick Blow. Ask Hission. Hission's son knows. See? Yeah, these blokes are good. Yogix, I feel like, has been one of the last good players left. PS4, like at least consistently for me. Like if we haven't had divers or punters. Race C, I've raced him probably the last few months now. Shot Tricks was there too, but he seems to just be doing race B now. He was like the last other one for like really good rank, consistent. And it was just more bloody B's than anything else, really. Just can't stay out of your rear, man. So what, no matter what, he starts on the softs. Alright. So fucking keen. Jesus Christ, dude. Just because you've got a tyre advantage, it doesn't mean you can just force him out of the way he does. And like hit the hazards like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm faster. Oh, mate. That's a balls. He tried. good stint. That sucks. She's too quick. Gotten away with it. Fuck hell, put out 30s. Yeah, I'll need to make a Days-of-Thunder delivery for that car, I reckon. That'll make it faster. So yeah, we lost it, officially. Nicely under. We might have a secret look at Manu tonight. Shout out to Lancy, guys. Oh, look at the stance on that. It's like my fucking drift thing. Oh, that's really good. But shame it's Monster. I imagine there's already blokes sweating all over it. Nitro, Jesus, haven't seen him on forever. So yeah, the main reasoning, I mean, for why you might as well not. So it's going to be 3 rounds. Because Jokin got fucked over this round. He didn't get any points. So we've already got, what, 155 points in sleeve, but dude's third. It's pretty much guaranteed.
Hey bro.
Hey mate. It still says I'm A+ there too. Lol. No, I'm not. So yeah, just get a 3rd round locked in. Doesn't matter what happens over the next month. The Grand Valley races, the day of my birthday. Yeah. And Remembrance Day, isn't it? Yeah, 11th, 11th. Remembrance Day? Yeah. And then what's the... And that's next weekend. I assume we're probably going to get rain in this one too, but I mean, I'll probably do it for a slap. Because I'd be good at it, no matter what. Very low wear. Softs, yeah, it's going to rain. 17 laps. That's mad. That's a mad race. Honestly, this, as a Nations race and the Manu race that's coming up, could possibly be like the best race they've ever done. Like, probably since the Spa one. The Spa wet, or Spa random script. But just in terms of length, type, wear, weather, could be really good. So yeah, thanks for watching. Dailies are fun. I will, I guess it's too late in the week. I might have a look at it tomorrow. I could do something, at least, in terms of a lap time, I could do better. I was starting to get pretty quick there at the end. But yeah, if I do Manu, I probably definitely won't stream it, so at least then I can make an edit or something, make some content. But thanks for watching, and be good, and good luck for your races tonight.
Take care, mate.
I may see some of you in a lobby in an hour or something like that before it. But yeah, if you do it, have fun. I know how much some of my kind fucking love this joint. Love it. This is Bathurst. It's not Bathurst, but you know what I mean. You know? It's better than Bathurst. It's better than Monza. It's better than...
Doing it on my alt. Lol.
Why not your main? Why not your main, Mr. Smooth? Are you kidding me? The Beamer? Why not? What's your alt got? Why? 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 Look at Hardy, mate.
Ferrari.
Why? I repeat, why? Look at this fucking shit cut down here. Look at him. What a pleb. Yeah, him and Beck. Fuck. And Giuliani, plebs. Fucking, what are they doing? They doing down there?
Lol.
Anyways, be good. I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for watching.